Welcome to your top secret forecast. In for Joe Snedeker this morning, along with Nikki.
Hi.
Kind of a lot to talk about this morning. So some winter weather advisories still in effect this morning. You were outside. I haven't really been. I mean, I've been out in our backyard, but
It was a little slippery out there this morning.
The sidewalks, anything untreated. So even if it was falling as rain early this morning, showing up on the radar, falling as rain, temperatures were right around freezing, the ground taking a little bit longer to warm up. So there could be some slick spots still this morning, but we're definitely seeing improvements as the morning goes on, as the day goes on. So temperatures are rising. We are seeing even a lull in the precipitation right now. So the rain that has fallen already this morning, for the most part, has been on the lighter side. And look at temperatures. So overnight last night, we saw those temperatures rise, actually. So we're right around the freezing mark in a lot of places. Colder spots still below freezing, but we are definitely seeing those temperatures rising above freezing air temperatures as well as ground temperatures. So again, in the 30s pretty much everywhere right now. 33 in Scranton, 34 in Williamsport. Coldest spots may still be in the upper 20s, but we'll all get into the upper 30s, close to 40 for a high today. So
nice.
Yeah, so we haven't really been able to say that a whole lot this past month plus, but yeah, 40 is our forecast high. Warmer spots, I think, even getting into the low 40s. That wind is not a factor, but unfortunately, we'll be dealing with periods of rain for a lot of the day. So again, that rain moved in early this morning, overnight last night into early this morning. The winter weather advisory is in effect for a little bit longer, but we are seeing, again, a lull in the precipitation right now. So those might actually even be canceled before they're allowed to expire at 9. But there it is on satellite and radar, what happened overnight into early this morning. Again, that rain, freezing rain, those greens, those pinks, even where those greens were showing up for a time this morning, like in the Scranton and Wilkes-Barre areas, it was falling as rain. It was showing up on radar that way, but it was freezing on contact. We have a bench in the backyard. We have a table in the backyard. There was ice on all of it. So
there was. I went out and looked. Yeah.
So not only freezing rain, but sleet too, actually. So the difference between sleet and freezing rain, Nikki. So sleet is going to kind of ping when it falls, whereas freezing rain is going to fall as rain and then kind of cling.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yes. Sleet,
okay.
Like, so if you're, outside and it's like pinging off your coat, so that's sleet. Whereas freezing rain is going to cling. Yeah, so I mean, both are, forms of ice, and that's why those winter weather advisories were in effect all morning long. So a bit of a lull right now, but we are not done yet. Actually, the steadiest and heaviest precipitation, I think, is going to fall later this afternoon, but a little bit of a closer look at our northern tier. Some light rain still falling there. Some of those greens and pinks still showing up there. Central Pennsylvania, we've had a lull in that precipitation for quite some time in central Pennsylvania, but again, big picture, zooming out, we're not done yet with this storm system. Some steadier and heavier rain is going to move in as the afternoon goes on. So I would say after about 3-4 o'clock is when we'll start to see some of those periods of steadier and heavier rain, those darker greens, those yellows you're seeing there. And then that storm system does pull away. So later tonight, maybe after about 8-9 o'clock, there could be some flakes mixing in for colder spots, some flurries, some light snow showers around, mainly across our northern tier. But not really thinking anything in terms of accumulating snow or anything like that, because that changeover happens. It's brief. The storm system pulls away. The precipitation comes to an end. So we might have some flakes mixing in late tonight, but then it comes to an end pretty quickly. So maybe some flurries towards early tomorrow morning. But again, accumulating snow, not really thinking anything. But as far as rainfall accumulations, rainfall totals, I think about 1/4 to 1/2 an inch for pretty much all of us. So maybe some isolated higher amounts, some isolated lower amounts, but generally around 1/2 an inch of rain is what we can expect. Again, the heaviest rain is going to fall later today. I would say like 2, 3, 4 o'clock this afternoon.
That's not good news.
I know.
For someone who wants to go to the toboggan slide.
I know. So you are planning, as of right now, you're planning on going.
I'm planning it.
Okay. And they said to just, check Facebook.
Keep checking Facebook.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. But plan it by ear.
Yeah. So it's supposed to be from 6:30 to 8:30 tonight. They said they'll have their updates on Facebook. The good news is the weekend will be perfect for it.
Good.
Yes.
Good.
So unfortunately, we've got rain for it today, the start of it today, but even if it does have to be delayed, the weekend, no issues. Cold, just a really nice February weekend, honestly. Sunny on Saturday, more clouds on Sunday, but really just a nice February weekend. So let's talk about the weekend. So again, maybe some flakes around early in the morning on Saturday, some clouds around early. Otherwise, though, tomorrow's going to be a mostly sunny day all day long, a dry day all day long.
I'll take it.
Yeah, on the colder side, mid and upper 20s a little bit of a brisk wind, but again, a nice just February day. More clouds do move in for Sunday. There is the chance for some flakes around on Sunday, some light snow showers around. That would be later in the day on Sunday. But once again, not really thinking anything in terms of accumulating snow. Anything we do see for Sunday will be on the lighter side, scattered side. So there is your forecast. Again, colder Saturday with a bit of a brisk wind. Saturday night, that's going to be our coldest temperature we have now for the next week plus. So 10 is our forecast low. That's where we'll be Sunday morning. Colder spots in the single digits. But that's the coldest we'll see for now, quite some time. So then Sunday, mostly cloudy, getting to near 32 for a high. Again, those few flakes and some light snow showers around. So not a bad February weekend.
Not bad.
Of course, Groundhog Day on Sunday, right? A little after 7:15, I think Phil makes his prediction.
I never remember what it is. If he sees his shadow, if he doesn't see his shadow.
Wait, I always have to think about it. So if he sees his shadow, 6 more weeks of winter.
Okay.
If he sees his shadow, that scares him. So that's 6 more weeks of winter.
Okay, so we don't want him to see a shadow.
I mean, I don't really care.
It doesn't make much of a difference.
It doesn't really make much of a difference in my job. But yeah, so it's going to be cold for Phil Sunday morning. Single digits right around 10. Again, teens maybe for warmer spots Sunday morning, but then Sunday afternoon, right around freezing for a high. 40s on Monday, 30s for Tuesday and Wednesday, which is right where we should be this time of year. So again, that Sunday morning temperature, that's the coldest temperature we'll see for about a week plus. Have a great day.